Audio check 1, 2. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey guys, good morning. Another day. Let's see what we have here for price action. Okay. We got 3 minutes to open. Let's do a quick review here. Daily's interesting. Similar bias as yesterday. These lows here are a bit too clean. I do want to see this taken. We've created all this low resistance liquidity above us. Again, possible target to the upside. And right now, what price is doing, it's really failing to break the mean threshold of this daily fair value gap. And I've drawn it incorrectly. It should be like that. Okay. It is slightly poking above it, but again, it's holding the mean threshold area. And yesterday's price did tag into this bullish daily fair value gap and it pushed higher. So difficult PA overall, but I do want to see a drop from here. I want to see this pink fair value gap hold, push price lower. And that's going to be ultimately my conviction of the day. Okay. 1 hour perspective. You can see here how nicely this 1 hour fair value gap has held price really nicely. See, look at this. Price just does not want to break mean threshold. It finally did, like during Asia, but right now it's looks like it's pushing lower here. So, looking decent. From these levels right here, right? This is a draw on liquidity. Okay. Below us on the 1 hour. You can see from a session liquidity perspective, Asia highs not tapped, London's have been tapped, and then the 930 highs have not been tapped as well. We've already taken all of this, Asia or London, Asia, lows as well. So, technically from a session perspective, the highs look better. We have some relative equal highs here forming above us. But all in all, again, this is another area of focus here. So it's not like I'm strictly sold long or short. Let's wait for a bit more market structure here before taking a position. We have no news today as well. So I think 9:50 to 10 o'clock might be our best bet to catch as much volatility as possible. I'm back. Hey, Garrett, I haven't seen you in a long time. Max, good morning. What is up? RTH gap for today is 70 pips to the downside, or 70 points. I can call it that. And any clean or clear levels for us to target, guys. Again, these highs here are looking of interest today. So let's see what price is going to do, if it can create some kind of bottom for us, and then if we can take it higher. Maybe like a first presentation, that'd be nice. But all in all, guys, market structure today, it's as you can see, it's been moving sideways ever since Friday. We're in this range here. The price pushed higher here. We do have these relative equal highs that formed on the 1 minute, pushing lower. This fair value gap, I don't know what it is. See what this is. Tuesday, August 25th. Oh, this is Tuesday's afternoon. First presentation fair value gap for 826. Okay. Very important to label your fair value gaps, because then you just don't know what they are. This level right here might be taken above us. Again, this is not tradable in any way. Just a level that might be taken very fast. Went into Tuesday's first presentation fair value gap. Nice little rejection off of it, pushing higher. Again, this is like sub 1 minute analysis here. We need to wait for more to really get something here. Bottom of the RTH gap right now is acting as support. This candle right here kind of bounced off of it on the 15-second. And we're waiting for a 1 minute, presentation here. And then again, these, I am interested in longs, even though that like it's tricky because we got a daily fair value gap that we're respecting really well. There's a daily fair value gap below us that we're respecting well as well. We're between these key levels here. And it's at mean threshold of this fair value gap, and you can see here bodies haven't closed below the blue daily fair value gap that I have here. So from an hourly perspective, it's a very mixed bias, and we just have to wait for liquidity to be engineered and give us an entry. That's what we had yesterday. It was a very clean trade in the afternoon. I know in the morning we took one loss or one break even, half a risk loss, but I did wait. So here was our afternoon loss here, or our break even, but you can see here price clearly created relative equal highs, pushed away from it, rejected key levels, and then just taking the first inversion long to, I took it to these relative equal highs here, but you can definitely take taking it longer. I did take a second one as well. Once it created these two relative equal highs, right, at 216 and at 3 o'clock. That was like the second trade there I took. If you guys want to mark that in your charts, I think it's a pretty clean trade. This one was a very small risk. It was essentially almost a 1-to-1, and I only risked like $150 for it. But all in all, that's what we have to wait for. Clean trades to take. This liquidity right here is going to get tagged most likely any second now. Here we are waiting. There is nothing tradable, guys. Piece right here, 5 minute. This right here for me is a draw for today, right? Like ignoring higher time frame, consolidation. It would be nice to see this level being hit. Like I don't think on the 5 minute. Can you guys even see my 5 minute? Kind of. Let me move it over a bit to the left here. This level right here is something that can be possibly taken, right? Like that is of interest. And sometimes I do plot fair value gaps to see how price is respecting them. You can see here, the last two candles respected the upper half of this 1 hour BISI very nicely. The third one kind of dropped below it. It still has to close. As 45 minutes to close here. But again, these highs here, they're too smooth, and I think price would want to disturb them. So this liquidity, as I stated, has been taken for a little quick nifty trade. But again, I don't think there's, unless like things like this, you got to let it go. You can't chase the 15-second profits. There is, remember, a 70% chance that mean threshold is going to get hit. That is a level that may be taken. But as of right now, we're just waiting. Price is consolidating right now. It's doing nothing. 5 minute. Again, there's nothing clear, guys, right now. I do want to see price push higher. Even though that right now is not really tradable, I do want to see it push higher. If it does push lower, I want to see this 1 hour here close above the mean threshold, at least above the low, but it'd be really nice seeing that body close the mean threshold of this blue block right here, which is a BISI. But overall, we are waiting for price to give us something a bit more. This is called high resistance trading. Not a single fair value gap has formed already for what, 6 minutes? Have you guys taken anything today? I'm curious. Right now, price action is holding in the lower quadrant of RTH gap, which is that big green block that I have here on the chart. Where's today's first presentation? It's right here. Our new day opening gap. It's definitely above us here. But like, what would be like a nice trade? Like if we were to, I want to see some kind of market structure shift, at least on the 5-minute here, coming back lower, retesting an inversion, and then taking a long, right? That would be, yeah, I'm not seeing this as the bottom right now, but if a bottom does show, something like that, right? Maybe around like 950, that's when it might show up. Relative equal highs printed here on the 1-minute. This is probably going to get taken. These two little high test candles. But so far, guys, not ideal PA. And we got no news today as well. So today's one of those days where we just sit on our hands a bit longer and see something were to show up. There's nothing today. At least it's not a no news Monday. I'll take a no news Wednesday over a no news Monday. Still no first presentation for value gap today. This might be it right here. We'll see. There's a tiny gap between the low of this candle and the high of this one. But technically, this is not a first presentation fair value gap because there's consolidation here. So this is like another rule of ICT that I haven't really talked about, but and it looks like it's not going to be one anyways. We do want to see it displace higher. We can see here the bottom of this RTH gap, it's really holding price. I think that is the PD array that's preventing it from going lower. But still, nothing here that's worthy of a setup. Let's see in 20 minutes how this 4 hour is going to close. Hopefully it closes within that. As you guys can see, there's a 4 hour fair value gap here. That would be really nice to see that. But right now, price is doing a whole lot of nothing. So remember, price has really 3 stages: accumulation, distribution, and manipulation. So this could have been the manipulation. Usually it's accumulation, manipulate, then distribute, AMD. But right now we are in 5-minute accumulation phase. Let's see if the RTH low here is going to hold up price. It has over the last couple of minutes. These highs are really smooth here from a 1-minute perspective. 15-second. I'm not even going to go down to the 15-second. This is, if the 1-minute is showing PA like this, it's barcoding right now. But let's see where price could possibly go. We have an inversion fair value gap here. So you can see here, the price did respect this fair value gap to the outside. It finally broke through. And again, we want to see this hold. If this starts breaking, then the lower targets start becoming of interest to me. But let's see what in 18 minutes this 1 hour candle here is going to do. That's going to be our indication of what price wants to do. There's a lot of sell side that was taken here as well, below 3 o'clock. I wish I had more to do here, guys, but it's just one of those days. Where's price spiking down into right now? It's spiked into from a month ago, 728 new week opening gap. Below us, we have yesterday's dog that can be pushing too. But the real question is where's the draw on liquidity, right? We have two possible levels here. Usually when you have two, what ICT says is we have to wait for one to get tagged. But sometimes you might find little crumbs that allow you to figure out which one of those two is that first presentation there. Okay, so first presentation is going to be right here. So this I'm liking here, okay? In 17 seconds, it's going to confirm first presentation. I'm going to like this as the first presentation for today. And I like how it's overlapping with yesterday's afternoon as well. So this is going to be 8:27, or let's call it Tuesday, New York, first presentation, 8:27. And because I'm going to leave both of these on here, but after today, I will delete the one that's not overlapping, as I can read things a bit better. But this is going to be our first presentation for value gap. So it's a very key fair value gap. But I'm still sidelined on what price wants to do today. 9:50, 6 minutes away. Let's see if we're going to get a bit more data by then. You know, high probability lows. London's low yesterday has never been taken, right? So these two lows that I've indicated here on the 1 hour, again, that lower one is London's low. Yesterday's 9:30 low has never been taken as well. So there's stuff to the downside. You can see here price pushed up higher. It just touched today's first presentation and it dropped lower. That is definitely, you know, a tough catch there. Continuation to the downside. But it looks like I think pretty heavyweight to the downside now. Which way are they pumping? Probably down, right? Yeah. That's interesting. That's definitely a divergence there. ES going up. And then Q didn't really go up. It went more down than up. See if any key levels here. This PA is ASS. I'll tell you that. Right now we're pushing into Monday's first presentation and Tuesday's first presentation. This level right here. It's very heavy. This, I don't know what it is. I'm just going to delete it. $9.50, 4 minutes away. Do I think this 1 hour? See, the 1 hour can do anything in 13 minutes, but shorts are like right now, if you were to ask me which way are you leaning, Dom, I'd probably say more short than long. But I just don't see an area here where I can leave my stop and know that it's not going to get hit. There was no manipulation. Session liquidity has been taken to the downside. Let's see what price is going to do with this inversion here. if price in 10 seconds is going to break above it and close, or it's going to respect it and it's going to continue drill down into Monday's first presentation. But again, this is one of the strongest fair value gaps that we have for this week. Monday's New York first presentation. So we closed above it. High risk longs would look something like this, assuming that price is not going to break this. That would be it. One hour is not aligned with this move. Nothing is really aligned with this move other than you're chasing these relative equal highs on the 1 minute, and your overall draw is this upper side of the 1 hour. It's like a B minus setup. I'd have to see more here to really tell me that price is actually going to be reversing here. I don't think it will. There you go. Next candle close right below it, right? That invalidated that or this IFEG, this inversion fair value gap on the 1 minute. Macro starts in 1 minute. Where does price want to go? And sometimes if it's not like super crystal clear, it's best sometimes just to let it unfold. But the level it might be targeting is this rate. That line right there that I have. Put an eyeball here. This is London's low as of yesterday. If it inverts Monday, so if I see it breaking these levels here and retesting it nicely, that might be opportunities for shorts. That's going to give me confidence that, okay, we're probably going to push down lower. How many points is that? But if we maintain and not break this level here, this is a very key level for this week. The upside might be the play. We're in the macro right now. We just need a bit more from price here to really determine a bias. Easiest short-term draw would be this here. So this triple high on the 1 minute from like a short-term perspective. Right now, price is hovering around yesterday's new day opening gap of 826. So far, order flow is still to the downside. It hasn't shifted, even though it looks like it did. Yeah, it's use these lows. And we might not get a trade this morning, but this is really tough PA, guys, so far. 951 for 1 minute to the macro. And it's not doing much. In 8 minutes, I think the 1 hour is going to close very bearish. But we'll see here. Like once it closes below this should be on the 1 hour. My bias is going to be more short than long, because then we're going to have to re-break up all these levels, all these fair value gaps, and invert all of them to hit these highs. So maybe what price is doing today, if it closes like that, it might go to these lows and then it might go higher, right? Or if it does, it might break aggressively and continue pushing lower to what? Those relative equal lows on the daily, right? Sell side liquidity, and then the relative equal lows on the daily. Did anyone catch any trades? This little rundown. I don't know if you guys, 75 points. It's a significant amount of. But there's doo-doo here. Come on, give us a winning trade, NQ. Give us something good. We need the payouts. In 6 minutes, if this 1 hour candle here closes within this SIBI, questionable bullishness, right? Would I want to trade or take a long and anticipate a breakthrough through the Tuesday first presentation? That's going to be tough. The price failed to break Monday's New York first presentation. It's pushing right now through Tuesday's first presentation fair value gap. It breaks these levels, guys. My eye is set on 3930 highs here. I need to see it close above it and displace away from it. That's how you trade first presentation fair value gaps correctly. It has to displace away from it for it to be validated. If this 1 hour candle closes above it, I will take the trade. That's going to be my displacement. So if it pushes to this high here of this candle at 953 and pushes up higher, that's going to be an instant rebalance. And then that for me is going to be indication that price wants to go higher. And you can see right now, price did not do that. So I'm waiting longer. I'm still here. Price is still doing a whole bunch of nothing. Still. Price is right now hovering for today's first presentation, yesterday's afternoon first presentation. Oh, sorry, today Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday today. I have this incorrectly. It's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. You need to see what price wants to do here. Guys, this is very, very bad PA here. It's not trending. It's consolidating. This is like high resistance trading. A couple of fair value gaps formed. We touched Monday's first presentation. And now we're just bouncing between Monday's and today's first presentation. We finally have a 5-minute fair value gap here. Form. You can see here we closed above it. Am I blocking it with my face? I am. But all in all, in 1 minute, this 1 hour candle's going to close. We'll see how it closes relative to the SIBI here that was respected in the past. But this might be a candidate for just afternoon trading today. We'll give price till like 10:15. If I don't see anything clear, guys, I'll be closing up shop. I'm not even going to trade the lunchtime macros just because this is not a profile that you'd want to trade lunchtime in. Lunchtime is a single push in a direction for the entire morning, and then lunchtime becomes really nice for the opposite direction trading. All in all, let's see how this 1 hour candle or this 5-minute candle here on the bottom right is going to close relative to the SIBI, the 5-minute SIBI here. If it closes above mean threshold, that's another sign that most likely we're going to be pushing up here. Right now, price is struggling to break mean threshold of today's first presentation fair value gap. We did have a market structure shift to the upside. Again, it's a very, very sloppy one, but we technically like this here as the MMS. 5 minutes looking pretty. I like that, to be honest. And then let's see if we can break above this first presentation here. You can see how many times we've closed below it. And closing above it is going to give me indication that we finally broke to the upside. It is going to invert and we will be pushing higher. So let me get my trade ready here. I just need to see this close above it. And then maybe my stop's going to be below one of these lows here. So I think price might be tipping its hand to the upside here. But again, wait for that inversion here, guys. At least that's what I'm doing. Do not copy trade. Don't recommend it. I don't want to be responsible or liable for any losses here or wins. But right now, this kind of rejection here, I do want to see a break to the upside. Price might just drop lower from here, and this is going to be a respect. It's just, I don't have any interest going lower, especially with how this 1 hour candle closed. It closed at mean threshold of the SIBI, which has been inverted. So my consensus here is on a 1 hour perspective. This is how low it's going to go, and it's going to push up from here. The 5 minute, it closed nicely relative to the SIBI and inverted and nicely. It wicked lower, you know, kind of like an instant rebalance, and it closed higher. And right now I'm just waiting for price to push us higher. Bullish close on the 50-minute as well to the upside. So things are looking nice at the upside. What price can do, it can just drop from here. So technically mean threshold right now is being respected. I just need to see a break higher. That's all I'm waiting for. Once we see a break higher, that's kind of going to be my trade. This could be like partial 1 here, and then partial 2 could be higher up, right? Would I recommend taking a long right now? No, just because how well we're respecting this level right here. So that's that, guys. 10:02. We've never even hit mean threshold today of the RTH gap. This is a MMS, market structure shift. You can see this as a bullish order block. Price pushed higher, displaced to the upside, right? Right, that's right here. That's your displacement. All right. I'm gonna take a long here. It didn't close, but I'm gonna take the long here. All right. My stop is below this candle right here. That's my invalidation. And right now we want to see price not close below this candle here and continue to push higher. This right here, I think, is an easy target for price to hit. The 1 minute technically never closed above. I think I'm out here, guys, for -1. I'm trailing my stop loss. It's going to be below that last candle there. This is no good, guys. I'm not going to manual close it just to save an extra 50 or 80 bucks here per account. I will let it ride, but this very ugly rejection of the levels I wanted it to invert. So my entire thesis here has been shot down by this one candle. There is a chance that this candle here closes above and the trade's still good, and I might scale in if it does that, but overall, this is not looking good, guys. It's most likely a 1 -1R. And those are the dangers of using the 15-second chart. I did use it as a confirmation to get into the trade, but you can see here from a one minute perspective, it just never closed above. It cleared minor buy side out, and then it closed lower. But let's hold it. I did a small scale in right now. I added 2 more positions. Again, 15-second is looking primo here. And the first level that I will be targeting is we'll do a partial. A quick 1-to-1 would be just hitting these highs here. I think that's the 930 highs, and I think I'm going to do that. For this trade here, I'm just going to target the 930 highs. So what are the 930 highs? It's the highs and lows formed between 9:30 to 10 o'clock. It's a drawn liquidity, and this for me is essentially a 1.3 to 1. RR is not the best, but I think this is low hanging fruit that we should be able to hit. RTH lows right now are being respected, which is nice. I don't want to see price break down this level here. My stop loss, I'm moving it to below this candle here. I do not want to see price at this level. If it does, my thesis is over again. So just shutting off 15% from my stop loss here. Confidence pretty high in this trade. I'm really liking it. How much higher can it go? It can definitely go to the highs above us, but it is, 10:07. We just started moving. I'm moving my stop loss below the RTH low here, or sorry, the first presentation. Man, I'm tired today. All right. And now we just wait. What level is this? This is 565.25. 565.25 is my target. what I'll do here is I'll sell 5 minis, and I'm going to leave 2 of them running. And let's see if I can catch mean threshold as my next level. So this is going to be the second position there. That high. So 574. $574. It's going to be my next target there. Mean threshold of RTH gap. So this here is going to be a partial. That's going to be 80% partial. And then we'll have 20% running up to this level here. Okay. I think this trade was a definition of patience. It still can stop us out. I don't think it will. My confidence here is 80% that we'll hit this level at least. So I think maybe stop loss to below mean threshold of first presentation, is a smart idea. Here is the bullish order block that pushed price higher. It's still below the mean threshold of it. It's below a couple of fair value gaps that have formed to the upside as well. Now we wait. I will be surprised if it hits the stop loss here. But right now, it's just pulling back from this bullish run here for the next leg higher. That's the anticipation. If it takes us out, it takes us out. I'm done for the morning session. Anyone catch this trade? Anyone in it as well, or is it just me? Actually, my entry was a bit higher. It's right here. There's this 1 minute fair value up here that stayed open. It'd be really nice to see it stay open. I don't want to see it trading back into this level here. But if it does, then the idea is failing. RTH lows, it has to break. This 1 minute first presentation. Tuesday's first presentation. Wednesday's first presentation. There's just so many levels here that price needs to break through. So the path of least resistance is up. right? Right. It's almost at our first target. I'm doing an 80% partial here. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, feel free to like and sub. This gives me feedback on the quality of my streams. It's a tick away. Are you kidding me? Tag me out. Good. All right. So there's 200. I'm going to go to break even now with my stop loss. A price that it might hit, if you guys do want to hold it, is pre-930 highs. Right? That like that. Like, remember early on in the stream, I said like these highs are looking really interesting. This might be a high that you could possibly target. It is, you know, quite the ways away. It's only 10-15. Right? That's why I'm not loving it, right? It's a weird time. It's 55 pips away, but can I see it go through all this? And I can, because we just had a shift in market structure on the 5-minute. And it can for sure continue to push up higher. And it looks like it hit mean threshold already. I'm going to sell one contract here. For some reason, it didn't take me out. Even though, so on MNES or on MNQ, it never hit my stop, or it never hit my target there. That's interesting. There you go. And 315 for the day. If you guys are still in this trade, so I'm fully out, right? But you guys, if you guys want to hold it, I don't see any reason for price, you know, not hitting here, right? It's rejecting this area nicely. We're going to be going to the mean threshold of the daily fair value gap, which has been rejected so many times in the past. So do keep that in mind. There's a 1 hour fair value gap here that I should note as well. Okay. But just looking at this, I think with the power and the strength right now that I'm seeing, I think this is a very, you know, good target to hit if there's like one, you guys have a portion of your trade still running. So anywho, guys, I think I'm done for the session for today's morning. We almost got stopped out on the way up. Price really threw me off for a second, but what it did is it on the 15-second chart, it still managed to respect these key levels here and price it push up higher. If it did tag me out and it did this, I probably would have been tilted today, not gonna lie. But all in all, guys, you know, take care. Is there anything else worth trading for the lunchtime macro? This is not a candidate for lunchtime. And I'm probably going to be trading maybe afternoon today. We'll see if time permits. But thanks for joining, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And talk soon.